Greetings, everyone. Today, we're discussing a profound dharma shared by the Buddha's Action Association of Australia. Awakening. Are you frantically running or truly living? First, we must face a hard truth. Most people live every day in the pathological state of thinking they understand. You might feel that you are very reasonable, full of sentiment, and carry yourself with great style. However, under the microscope of Buddhist wisdom, this intense sense of self is actually a form of sickness. In the Shurangama Sutra, there is a famous story about a man named Yajnadatta. One morning, upon looking in the mirror and seeing a head there, but failing to feel his own head with his hands, he believed he had lost it and began running about in a frantic craze. Our modern anxiety, attachment, and self-righteousness are no different from Yajnadatta's frantic running. Only when we realize that we might be sick do we possess the prerequisite for recovery. Self-nature. The screen does not move with the film. Many people ask, does cultivation mean we can no longer have thoughts? If self-nature is unmoving, does our pursuit of a livelihood and worldly affairs conflict with our practice? In fact, we can visualize self-nature as a digital display screen. The screen itself is unmoving, yet it has the capacity to display text and movies. The images are in motion, but the screen has never moved. The movement of ordinary people is delusional movement, running blindly, following emotions and heterodox views. True wisdom, however, is acting in accordance with wisdom. This is like the first principles thinking promoted by Elon Musk. Its core is to return to the fundamental essence of things without adding one's own delusions. Rules are rules. Principles are principles. When we act according to wisdom and are no longer dominated by the thoughts within the obstacle of afflictions, whatever we do in this world becomes walking without sickness. 3. From compassion to great compassion, a transition of 4 dimensions. In the Upasika Precepts Sutra, the Buddha provides a detailed breakdown of the difference between compassion and great compassion for lay people. Many people feel they have a loving heart, but this is usually just compassion and cannot yet be called great compassion. A true attiner of the way, or one who functions from the essence, possesses a great compassion characterized by 4 traits. Boundlessness. Ordinary people see sentient beings as having boundaries, finite. One with great compassion views the essence as boundless, and therefore views all sentient beings as boundless, unmoving. The compassion of ordinary people fluctuates with their mood. If you are good to me, I am compassionate. If you offend me, I make you suffer. Great compassion is like self-nature, fundamentally unmoving. Rescue. Ordinary people often feel powerless to help, but those with great compassion possess the actual capacity for great rescue. Action guided by wisdom. Ordinary people rely on emotional consciousness, sentiment. Those with great compassion act in union with wisdom. If you feel exhausted or inclined to retreat in your practice, It is because you have not yet grasped this root. To cultivate great compassion upon a field of merit, serving practitioners, is not like riding a rocket. It is like riding a UFO. The accumulation of merit and benefit from this is inconceivable. 4. Great offering. The mind as the root. Functioning from the essence. Many people are accustomed to formalistic offerings, chanting mantras with their mouths, while their minds are filled with eating, drinking, and playing. This not only yields no benefit, but is actually a slight toward the Dharma. True offering is functioning from the essence. When you offer a stick of incense, you must use your thought to deduce. This smoke is no longer just a single wisp, but transforms into clouds of incense, filling the 10 directions of the universe. You must realize that the illusory me, utilizing the illusory incense, is making an offering to the illusory Buddha, although all is like a dream or a phantom. That single thought of pervading all places is real. The mind gives rise to all phenomena, as long as your mental capacity arises. The great perfection of the Dhamma arises accordingly. We practice arise in the heart of removing suffering amidst sickness. Finally, we must apply these principles to reality. Take, for example, the health issues we focus on. Modern people suffer from chronic inflammation and organ decay due to excessive intake of sugar, salt, and additives. This is essentially a form of supreme suffering triggered by wrong views. When we establish a platform like VedaJoyce to analyze these issues, our original intent should be arising compassion, arising the compassionate heart, seeing sentient beings create their own suffering and wishing to remove that suffering for them. Establishing expedient means creating audio and video content to share scientific health knowledge. Achieving the result, completion. If someone awakens because of this and changes their dietary habits, you have truly established a point of great compassion. Cultivation is not about escaping the world. Rather, while doing anything, ask yourself, is my mind moving in accordance with ignorance? Or is it moving in accordance with great compassion?